SpeakHarmony, hosted by Sharon Thompson and Dr. Sharon Lee, bringing news, ideas, and community needs. We learn, we grow, we stay informed together in harmony. Our voices are heard. SpeakHarmony, where knowledge meets community.
That's our favorite part.
Wow. How refreshing it is. We're thankful, we're grateful, we're honored, and we're blessed to be here. We made it over into this beautiful year, 2026. What a blessing.
Yes.
What a blessing. Listen, we're grateful. Last year was certainly a year for all of us.
Yeah.
It was a great year.
Yeah.
It was a mixed year.
It was a mix.
But
Yes.
we were great. We're grateful because we're here.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
We're
yeah.
here.
Most definitely.
We're here. So, as usual, we're thankful, we're grateful, and we're ecstatic to have this podcast to be sponsored by one of the best in Atlanta. And I dare to say that, Dr. Sharon. I dare to say that.
Yes, yes.
APAP Media.
Yes.
Every week without fail. Mr. P, Patrick Parkins, the producer with the best. I mean, the equipment, the know-how, the gravitas. I mean, he brings it. He's amazing. So we want to say, as we say in Jamaica, big ups, meaning we're shouting out, shout out, or big up
Yes,
to Mr. P. And every week we come to you live on YouTube, each and every Tuesday from 7 to 8 p.m. So we just want to thank you again, Mr. P. And for you out there, it's a full service. APAP Media is a full service production, podcasting, multi-camera recording, video, and live streaming service agency right here. This is what the studio does. If you want to locate us, it's so easy. Right here, right off Highway 78 and East Park Place. And the number, make a note, it's 470-657-1998. And the email is simple, info@apapmedia.com. That's info@apapmedia.com. We thank you, APAP Media. We look forward to an amazing year. This is the year. As a matter of fact, the scripture says, this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. I'm going to say this is the year that the Lord has made, and we're going to be having an explosive, rejoicing, fun-filled year.
Yes.
I know it's a mouthful, but we're grateful for this year.
Yeah, we're
Sister
claiming
Sharon,
it right now.
Yes.
We're claiming it.
Yes.
Naming it and claiming it right now.
Done deal.
Amen.
So Sister Sharon always brings the special for the day. So we're going to ask you to come on in and tell us, because I know you had a fantastic holiday season. I did. I had a kind of sort of working one with the folks. My in-laws back in Florida visited family and loved on them. We loved on each other. That's what the holiday is about for us.
Being with
So
family.
It was great. Yes.
Yeah,
family
jealous
time.
You were in sunny Florida with
Well,
all
let
the
me tell you, it was
wonderful
sunny,
sunshine.
chilly
I heard
Florida.
it rained a lot, though.
No, it didn't.
It
No,
didn't?
not where I
Not
was.
your part? Okay.
And I don't know what part that was, because from Miami to West Palm Beach,
No.
it was sunny. It was cool. There were some cool spells, a little bit of cool, but it warms up so quickly. So it's just nice. Florida at this time without those, that other stuff, creepy crawlies.
Yes.
Don't like them.
So, I enjoyed my holiday season. I have two sons born in December, one on the 15th and one on the 20th. So,
Wow.
Yeah, so we had a gathering at the house with all of them, and that was just wonderful. And like you said, remaining grateful and thankful.
Yes.
And we are thankful to you, SpeakHarmony family, for joining us again in this new wonderful year, 2026. Each year and each day, make it your own. You get to choose how you want to feel and what you want to do. So, National Day, right?
Yes.
So we bring some of these unofficial national days, and they're kind of fun.
Yes.
So, it's National Cuddle Up Day.
Ooh.
And that's appropriate.
I like that
it's
one.
warm. It's cold.
I do
so
too.
like something get warm, right?
Yes.
And it could be with each other. It could be with your children. It could even be with a pet.
Of course, with a pet. True.
Right? So it's Cuddle
yes.
Up Day. So it makes sense because January has some of the coldest days of the year.
And if you don't have any of those, Sister Sharon, what do you do?
Your
I love
warm
the-
comforter.
Hello. Grab your comforter, your pillow, and cuddle up and make it your own.
Okay,
Yes.
Just create your own.
absolutely. And it's also National Shortbread Day.
Shortbread.
Shortbread.
Really?
that's a
Shortbread.
cookie-
Interesting.
That's a
I
cookie
like
made out of
shortbread.
just
Yes.
3 ingredients. I love shortbread.
Let me tell you, there's
Walkers. Yes.
Oh my
that's the
God,
brand. Yes.
girlfriend. Let me tell you, that's my weakness.
Oh.
I
Shortbread.
shouldn't say this on air, but that's when I walk in and I see, I go and I look if anyone's and I snatch it and I do. I start munching away. I like it so much.
Listen, I got it as a holiday gift. One of
And
my
she didn't bring me any.
She says, "I know you
Where
love
is it?
shortbread cookies. Here you go." Oh, honey, that's
Delicious.
done in 2 days.
You're making my mouth water already.
Delicious.
And
Delicious.
also, it is National Bean Day.
Really?
Yes. What's your favorite bean?
I'll be honest. I have a mixed bag. And being Jamaican, we always try to claim everything. So butter beans, I like butter
You
beans.
like butter beans?
I like butter beans, especially curried
Curry.
butter
That's
beans.
what I was going to say. Has to be
Curried
curry.
butter beans. But then I like curried chickpea. I like lentils. I like beans.
Oh, so you like
I just
beans.
like beans.
Beans
I'm
and
just a
peas.
beans.
Yes.
Yes, beans and
Yes.
beans and
Beans
peas.
and peas.
Yes.
So
yes.
I like legumes, whatever. I mean, I just
okay,
Yeah.
be fancy, like
Yeah.
like how you were earlier, gravatar.
Yeah. Lots of
Ooh,
protein.
she's picking on me, but this is how we do it. We just love on each other. We just pick at each other. We have fun here.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it is.
But
That's
what
what it's
is
all
your
about.
favorite?
With beans are lots of protein,
Of
right?
course.
That's right.
Pinto beans.
Pinto-
I
Really?
absolutely
I like
love
How about
pinto
yours,
beans.
Miss Catherine?
With the right spices. Oh, yeah.
Like it's spicy.
With some
kind of
cornbread with it. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm smelling
Spilling
that.
it now.
Yes.
Who cooks?
Both of us cook.
She pointed to you.
Yes. I love to bake.
Ah.
That's my
He has
specialty.
his signature 5 cakes: a Rough Rider rum,
Oh,
a royal red velvet,
Yeah.
Oh, she's showing up.
courageous carrot,
okay.
voracious vanilla.
And you name them.
Yes.
Love it.
Are you
Yes.
kidding me?
Okay, so you can come back, and when you come back, we'll expect
And my
our cake.
birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's one of my passions.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nice. And what's your favorite bean?
String bean.
String bean.
Really? Oh, look at that.
Whole
Absolutely.
bean, string bean,
Oh,
don't really
wow. That's interesting. What's yours, Sharon?
Oh goodness, I didn't even think about that. Really, what is my favorite beans? I love kidney beans and I love lentils, all kinds of lentils.
Ah, yes, yes.
I love
I don't know if that's a bean.
Yeah, me too. Lentils.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's in that family.
It's in the family.
Yes.
It's in the family.
We'll take it.
All right, so let's cuddle up and talk.
Yes.
And Sharon, would you want to do the honors of introducing our wonderful guest?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm honored. So I met this beautiful, amazing couple. It's only a few months ago that I met you. And I thank God for Dr. Angela Christian. I mean, she's amazing. She's and I don't want to ruin it, but I know she got a promotion. She is no, it's not the superintendent. She's right up there in the Lions Club. She just got a promotion. And congratulations to you, Dr. Christian. I know you're watching. So I met them at that event and it was amazing. Your presentation was amazing. It was
Thank
breast
you.
cancer awareness.
Thank you.
And it stood out. I immediately told Sharon, I said, we've got to connect with them. And here we are tonight. So I
Amen.
thank
Here
you.
we are.
Thank you. So they're a dynamic husband and wife duo with a thriving faith-based, holistic financial and retirement products and solutions business. But they also, Miss Catherine, you will have to tell everyone about your other space where you operate in as a nurse.
Yes.
Later on in life, she had a calling and she answered that call.
Yes.
So you both have, you bring people peace of mind. You bring leads. You bring this whole space where spiritually, financially, holistically, you pull that together. And we're kicking off the year with just that because the holistic, the whole body, the finances
Yes.
are, everything sort of marrying it together. And this is how we should start our year.
Yes,
Making
yes.
sure everything is right because, without wealth, without health, there's no wealth.
True.
There's really no wealth without health. And without health, You know, it goes hand in hand.
That's right. It
So
really
wealth without
truly is
health and
all
health without-
interconnected. It
is
really and truly is.
interconnected. So, without further ado, we want to welcome you to the Speak Harmony, the first Speak Harmony podcast, our show for the year 2026.
Oh, wow.
So
Well-
we feel very honored to have you both here. Thank
Well,
you for coming.
Thank you very much. We are honored
Fighting
to
that
be
Atlanta
here.
traffic, and you're here.
Yes. We are so honored to be here, so honored to have the opportunity to just share with you guys and with everybody out there. We're so excited. This is my beautiful wife, Catherine. You know, we've been married for 40 years coming up in July.
Wow.
Yes,
Oh my
indeed,
goodness.
yes.
Congratulations.
I'm probably going to have to do something special there, right?
You think?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, 40 years.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah. So thank you very much for having us.
So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about, since we're talking about 40 years, how did y'all two meet and get
Yeah,
into business
that was
together?
funny. Yes.
That was interesting. Well, you know, we both went to the same college, UNC at Chapel Hill.
Okay.
Oh.
And I was in the dorm one day and I was looking across the way and I saw this lady and I said, who does that belong to?
Oh, I love it.
And that's the start. So 40 years later, here we are.
Oh my gosh. how
Yes,
awesome.
indeed. And we are praying for 40 more.
There we
Oh,
go.
I love it, and you will.
You know, a quick story. I sang 3 songs a cappella to this lady at our 30th. She did not cry a tear.
And he was devastated because he said the same thing when we got married. And he was like, "You didn't cry," and I was like, "I'm happy. Why am I going to cry?" He wanted happy tears, and but I smiled.
Well, she watched the Hallmark Channel and cried like a baby. I thought I'd get a little bit of that.
I love it. I love it. 40 years.
40
God
years.
bless you.
Amen.
Stands the,
Yes,
the
yes,
test
indeed.
of time. Right?
Wow.
Yes, indeed.
No tears and all.
No tears at all.
There you go.
It's been a great ride. When you say, Amen.
Oh, I love that. I love
So
that.
tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, I guess I'll speak first. You know,
Yeah, I just hit of the
first of all, to let you know how we got into this.
Yes.
When my son was born, the doctor came in and said if he makes it through the night, he would be profoundly deaf, most likely, because of everything we're having to do. So we began to pray about that. And my wife finally woke up and I told her about it. She said, well, we'll just learn sign language. So my whole family speaks sign language, but none of us are deaf, including my son. But out of that mountain, we have been serving the deaf community from then until now and beyond. He's 37 years old now.
Wow.
And so we have been serving the deaf community and children for all of those years, and we continue to do so now. So that's what got us into serving. And so we both are about to retire. I've been in corporate America for 20 plus years. I have all sorts of initials behind my name. And I thought, what are we going to do? Because we love to serve people. So we thought, you know, what do people not know a lot about? And that is insurance and retirement. You know, so we said, that's how we can continue to serve people and continue to do the missions trip. We can get a little bit of cash from that by helping people. But the main thing is we just want to help people.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are licensed professionals, but we specialize in insurance and retirement solutions and strategies. And we have tons of products and services that we have access to help people. But really and truly, what we really are teachers and educators
Yes.
in that particular market. Because what we are finding is that there is so much out there that people just don't know about. And really and truly, when you're talking about insurance and retirement, that requires some planning ahead.
Yeah.
Right. And what we're finding is that, especially in the schools and our young children, they're not getting taught this type of information. Right.
Correct.
You know, I don't even know a lot of if they're getting taught how to do a checkbook or whatever. You know, just not getting that.
That's right.
And
They
then
know how to
since
read
a
the
lot of the
numbers off the
parents,
card.
exactly, and since a lot of the parents don't have it either,
But you can't give what you never had.
exactly.
So that's one of the things that really I'm hearing everything you say, and it resonates with me because in our community, unfortunately, you know what they say: if they don't want us to know, they put it in the book. They write it
Yes,
down.
yes,
So there's stuff that we don't know, but Sister Sharon, we have to stop blaming other people for what we
Exactly.
don't know.
Exactly.
Because we just had a conversation just before you came into the studio with a sister, and her thing was curiosity. It's just curiosity all the way, because she said, I asked a question. She's an actress, and she says, I asked a question, simple question. How did you get into acting? And that person says, come with me and I'll share with you. So if she
Exactly.
hadn't asked that question, where would she be?
Yeah.
So you just
Exactly.
have to ask. I mean, if someone says, because we don't know what we don't know.
Exactly.
And in order for us to know, we've got to ask.
Exactly.
And that's just what it is. So that's where our community is. We don't
The
ask.
ask and the being willing to listen,
Listen.
as well.
Learn.
Being
Sometimes
coachable
you may-
and teachable.
Exactly.
Yes.
You have to be, and if you're not, then you're going to miss out as well. Because you may ask me, and I say, well, let me show you this, this, and this. That's okay. But in reality, you didn't give it time enough for you to actually learn or to understand. And just like Freeman said, we are educators. That's our primary focus, educate. If we can educate, that means a person is empowered to make a well-informed decision about X, Y, or Z.
Right.
Instead of, well, my grandmother said, and back then, if you talk about, like he said, insurance, for example, that has evolved over time. It
Greatly.
is not the same as it was when my grandfather or my grandmother purchased their first insurance policy.
How has it grown? How has it evolved? What are some of the things that we need to know, particularly about insurance, that we didn't learn before? And I know I heard whole life term and this
Yes.
term. So could you enlighten us a little bit? Educate
I
us?
would love to do one thing.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Uh-oh, don't do that.
There we go. We do a lot of that.
When we mention insurance
Yeah,
and insurance benefits,
yeah.
between the two of you, what is, if you give me 2 words, what are those 2 words, the first thing that pops in your mind if I say something like insurance?
Protection.
Okay,
Life,
okay. And so that's the
Life,
opposite of
death.
life?
life
It's
and
death.
Most people think of their insurance policy as something that someone will retrieve money at the time
At
of
the
their
time of
death.
At the time of death.
Okay.
You ask about evolution. What happens when you can have that benefit before you die?
Correct.
You see how that's changed so much is a long time ago. You had an insurance policy and it had a death benefit, but the only way to take advantage of the death benefit, someone had to pass away. And then the beneficiary would do that, right?
Right.
But things have changed and the tax code has changed such that now the insurance policies that are out there, and insurance products, you can now use that death benefit while you are still living. You can accelerate some of that death benefit while you are still living. So if you have like a chronic illness or a heart disease or something that just keeps you from going to work, or a terminal illness, you can accelerate that death benefit to use it now while you're living, at least part of it now. So that when you're out of work and you can't go to work, now you have some income coming in to help you through that.
Yes.
Living benefits is what is included in insurance policies now. In addition to that, long-term care. People think, when I say long-term care, what do you think about?
Nursing home.
Nursing home, old people? Long-term care,
Yeah.
you don't really think about that, right?
No, because but what it really means is that if you get ill
Yes.
and you need to be cared for over that period, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to end up in a nursing home or a facility. You'll be at home, for example, or possibly in a facility, but you want to be getting cared for. You have to.
Yes,
You have that choice.
yes,
You
yes.
do have a choice.
Yes. Well, long-term care, there's about 6 activities of daily living. If you can't do 2 of those, for instance, an
forget it.
example is you need help toileting, or you need help moving from one place to another. You need help putting on your clothes, or somebody feeding you. If you can't do 2 of those and you get a doctor to agree, now inside your insurance policy, should you decide to elect it, you can have a rider in there that says you get long-term care. Long-term care in Georgia for a month is somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000. Imagine having to pay that out of pocket. A lot of times people have to go into their retirement, they have to go into their savings, and sometimes they have to sell their house, all that type. But if you plan ahead, right, you can take that risk and move it, or at least share it across a large group of people, such that now you have long-term care inside your policy. So you have help there that you can use.
I did not know that part.
Yes.
Can you get that in addition to disability, or is that considered disability when you get
Well,
that?
if you're disabled, you probably can't do at least 2 of those
Right.
ADLs, right?
Correct.
So yes, that would be there too. You know, you could get
So the
approval for that.
addition.
Yes.
Interesting.
And might I add, though,
And then also inside some policies now, you have an accumulation. Like your premium, that premium will cover your cost of insurance, but some of that premium would go into an accumulation for you. That is your money, and it would grow there, right? It's almost like you're having your own little piggy bank
Piggy
there.
bank, yes.
Imagine doing that for a child, a minor. Imagine what would happen if you started something like that for that child when they were 2 years old. Imagine what would happen when they got to college age, what you could do with the accumulation that's inside of there. Right?
College.
And
Yes.
save them from having the debt of
That is
college.
that's
Right,
correct.
You know, you get out of college and think about those degrees that they are professional degrees. And those people, they owe thousands upon thousands upon thousands, and it's as if they're not even getting paid because the larger
Their debt.
portion is going into that debt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Infinite,
Student
infinite
loans.
debt, it seems
Student
like.
loans forever
Yeah.
and ever, amen.
Yes. But you know, you said something, Mr. Freeman, and I'm going to piggyback on that a little bit. And I have questions for you. Because in our community, and I'm going back there, Sister Sharon, because guess what? We don't know what we don't know. And so as a people, and I'll say that with a broad brush, I'll paint it with a broad brush, we are not told, we're taught to go to school, get our degrees, get educated, get a job that pays well, get married, have children, and continue that cycle. In our community, we're not taught about investing.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, our parents will tell us, save your money. By saving your money, we have a bank account, and it's a checking and a savings account.
And a
We
mattress.
know
And a mattress.
And a mattress.
mattress.
And a mattress, yeah.
that part.
On
that
the
part.
floorboard somewhere.
And we are not told that we can put our money somewhere where it can grow.
Yes.
So now we're learning about investments. We're talking about stocks and this and that. But how many of us really know? Because we don't trust. We're not taught to trust. We don't trust many people.
Right.
And when we hear about insurance, we think about death.
Yes.
So when you go to someone and you sit with them and you sit with a family and say, hey, let's talk about the future. The minute they're going good, everything's going well. But as soon as you scratch that surface and you say insurance, they're like, you lost them totally.
Yes.
Because you're thinking, oh my God, they're here this is death. This is what we get. But educating them, that's where that financial literacy comes in.
Exactly.
They're getting educated, and that's what we need. Because we need to start early. Because when you said that rider, that
Yes.
long-term care rider, now children are getting sick. Anybody can get
Yes.
sick.
Correct.
Yes.
A baby coming out that womb, God forbid, has some incurable disease.
Yes.
Now, getting a policy, really, and I learned that too. So I kind of sort of, got privy to that.
Right.
And I'm so happy that you're here to share that with the world because we need to know.
Yes.
Our folks need to be educated, and we need to dispel that myth that insurance and death are married.
Right.
Nonsense.
That is,
So
that is no
you're
longer
here
the
to
case.
It's no longer the
It's
case.
no longer
We're
the
here to
case.
dispel that myth. So
Absolutely.
please share with the folks who are watching about that, because I'm just giving a number, if I get to 40 and I have an insurance policy, but I don't have that rider, and God forbid something happens, okay? I've just lost out on that long-term possibility of that long-term care.
Yes.
So the sooner you get it, the earlier you get it,
Yes,
it's the better
ma'am.
it is for your family. You're starting a family, get that insurance policy.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Do you
And
know that really and truly, insurance, one of the two things that are highly important to them is age and health. Think about when
That's
your
it.
age and when your age is the lowest, right? And when your health is the greatest.
Right.
That's a great time for you to get an insurance policy and lock in some rates there, right? imagine locking in your age and your health when you were what?
20.
20 or
21,
early
25.
old. Man, I could run all day long then.
Yes.
Do you know what? Some of the policies that and in products and strategies that we use to help people, I can't even qualify for now because I've had a hip replacement. I can't even qualify for them.
Yeah.
So, as soon as possible, as healthy as possible, as young as possible, you want to go ahead and start protecting yourself.
And I'm going to stop you right there. So that camera staring back at you right there, because the folks that are hearing, repeat what you just said about that age and health, because it's critical, and people need to hear that, especially
insurance is not all about, but two of the primary criteria that insurance companies deal with, life insurance is what I'm referring to now, is age and health. Right? They look at age and health. And those are the two criteria that are going to have a significant impact on the type of coverage you can get, the amount of coverage you can get, and how much it's going to cost. So the sooner that you do that, the better off. Another thing that we have to do, Catherine and myself, when we sit down and talk, we don't charge anything. All of our services are complimentary. And we have to tell people that up front because, we've been burned so many times, right? That people are very wary, and they're thinking that you're coming to get their money. So we go right up. We don't charge anything. Everything, all the education that we give is complimentary. We will go anywhere. We go into churches. We'll go into Lions Club, wherever you want us to come. We'll come and educate you for free. So we have to do that first. Then once we get across that hurdle, we have to get across the hurdle of, okay, can you trust us, right? So that's when we have to start. We don't do like you might typically find in an insurance agency, talk about a lot of insurance products and all that type of stuff. We're talking just like we are right now.
Okay.
Maybe we're doing that over Zoom. Maybe we're doing that over coffee. Maybe we're doing that in your living room, wherever you feel most comfortable. And we're just having a conversation. We're trying to get to know each other. Until I know you, I know what you want in life. If I know where you want to go, I know a little bit about your family, a little bit about your finances, a little bit about your work.
Yeah.
Until I know a little bit about that, how can I offer you anything that's going to help you?
Yeah.
So we need to have a conversation. It's just the conversation until we can find somewhere where we might be able to serve you.
Yeah.
What we want to do is to serve you.
Yes.
Now, if we serve you, we find somewhere and we serve you and you're very happy. We use some products or service out there from some of the 100 plus vendors that we work with. Then that vendor will say, oh, Catherine Freeman, y'all did a great job. Here's a commission. So the only way that we are able to have a commission is if we satisfy your needs. And the only way we can do that is we listen and ask a lot of questions and are very patient, right? You don't want to rush anybody.
Yes.
But that type of environment requires planning and nurturing. It's unfortunate, but a lot of the foods that we're eating, we're finding out a lot of stuff about those foods and stuff now, right? Did you know that after the age of 65, 1 in 2 people will probably have cancer or need long-term care?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And those numbers, you think they're getting better or worse?
Oh, worse.
Worse.
But how many of us have thought ahead while we still have our age, while we still have our health, and put some of those policies in place, put some of those protections in place? We protect you, we protect your health, we protect your assets, and we protect your loved ones. We help you protect your loved ones, right?
Yeah.
Stuff very simple like a will. Most people think if they have a will, they've got it covered.
Yeah.
But all a will is really is a wish list.
List, right.
Even though you might have a will totally executed and have an executor, you still have to go through court for that court to give that executor the power to transfer assets. But if you have an estate plan, which has a living trust, then you don't have to go through probate. Probate's expensive. It's expensive. Catherine and I, with our clients, we have the ability to give them complimentary 30 minutes with estate lawyers where you can ask any type of questions. Catherine and I do financial needs analysis for people. You can go out there in the market and get that, but it's going to cost you several $100s. We do it complimentary. We want to serve people. We believe that serving people is the elixir of being happy and happiness.
Wow.
And so, I'm going to retire soon. We could just kind of go fishing and sit and look at each other and stuff of that nature. She doesn't like the worms, that type
I
of
don't
thing.
either.
But for the rest of the time, we're going to be on this earth, and I think I speak for the both of us, right? We are going to be serving people. And we have chosen this field because we know the need is so incredibly great.
Thank you so much for your service. I must say that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What do you think are some of the most challenging questions or situations that people find themselves in? I'm going to talk about insurance, and then we talk a little bit more about the finances, because you are known to be the holistic financial strategist. And so I'd love to hear a little bit about that. But what are some of the challenges that you find that most people are going through when it comes to understanding insurance?
Procrastination is one. Because you see, once you have gone to the hospital or the services and had all these tests and things and gotten all these medicines, and you have a issue, a health issue, did you know that insurance companies have access to that information?
They do.
So now you've already gotten into a situation, but now you want insurance.
Right.
I can't help you that much now, right?
Yeah.
So
Limited.
procrastination is tremendous.
Pre-existing conditions
Yeah.
take you out.
Of course.
It minimizes your
yes.
options.
And the lack of education is one of the biggest factors. You know, we have had a lot of success stories, but we can tell you a lot of horror stories too.
Yes.
You know, and I won't go into that, but you know, most of the horror stories are about, you know, people not reading the fine print, people not finding people they can trust, you know, just very quickly. You know, we've talked to 2 couples in the last, 6 or so months that we were talking to, and we were trying to help them. They, at that time, were seemingly healthy and everything's fine. But guess what? One in each one of those couples now have cancer. One can't even walk. We could have made it such that things would have been so much better. They would have had so much more help if they could have had an insurance policy that covered those things and helped them with those finances.
And
procrastination.
The stress of being, you know, not having the means to cover you when that time comes.
Yes.
Because the stress adds to that's, and as a nurse,
Yes.
I know you know that all too well. I'm sure you see that all the time, Miss
all the
Catherine,
time.
because you know you're dealing with this, and I know it breaks your heart.
It's sad.
Yes, it
and I
is.
think the sadder part is when we know, like we were talking about it recently, when we know that we offered this information,
Yes.
share as hard as we could, and sometimes with someone that we may have known very well.
Yeah.
And then they say, well, you know, we're good right now. And, you know, we'll let you know if we change our mind, blah, 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 blah. Now, another thing that we do is we do a review. So every 6 months, typically, if we have seen you, talked to you, spent time with you, been on the Zoom with you, whichever, we're going to review and say, hey, we're going to contact you again. If we haven't heard from you in that 6-month time frame, we'll reach back out to you. And just as if there have been any life changes, because life changes.
Life is lifing.
Thus, that's our name, Life Legacy Leaders, because life happens.
That's right.
And we recognize that. And like I said, the sad part is when we have approached someone and they wanted to wait, and then, you know, you look at it later on, it's like, could I have done more?
What could I have
More
said?
could I have said that might have caused that little light to go off?
Even before coming into this meeting, before even coming here, I was just talking to a client of ours, and I said, well, you know, you have these 5 grandchildren sitting out here. Do they have insurance? Well, no, they don't have insurance. Well, let's talk about that. Let's see what we can do about that, you know?
Is the monthly payment for insurance a deterrent from people who want to invest in life insurance?
This is a deterrent,
Yeah.
not if they understand it. You know, you have to understand. You have to understand, for instance, that premium, number one, it does cover the cost of insurance, but part of that premium in today's insurance policies that we deal with
Yes.
is actually coming back to you, right? Now, the insurance companies are using that entire premium to go out there and do their background stuff, right? But they're also putting that into the part of that premium into your accumulation, your policy. And they're also, the premiums, the policies that we deal with now, once you put money into those policies, they have a 0 floor. I'm going to define that term. That means if the stock market dives, you don't lose money. because your money is not invested in the stock market. So, you have people that, like the baby booms, they have what, 87 or 90 trillion dollars sitting out there. They got it in all ththese 401ks and 403ps and IRAs. Who made up all of those buckets?
That's a good question.
Okay. And who knows? I'm
Who
not gonna go
knows
there
where
about those
all that money
insider
is now?
trading.
Who put
say
all
that?
the rules around all those buckets, right?
Yeah.
Right? Do you think they did that for your benefit?
Absolutely not.
How much debt is the United States in right now?
Ooh.
Okay, how do you think that's going to get paid? You ever thought about that?
Okay. I'm looking at us.
Well, they know where the money is, right?
They do. They sure do. The top 1%, and there's that bottom. So we have to know. There's a saying that says, I know it's probably a commercial that says we have to think like the 1%.
Think about that, right?
We really have to.
So there are
easy.
insurance policies out there where you can, if you got money sitting in this pot right here, you can actually, depending upon where you are in your life, you can actually move that money over to this pot where it's protected from the market because it's not invested in the market. It looks at the market to determine how much interest they're going to put into your accumulation, but the money itself is not invested in the market. So the ups and downs of the market
Won't affect it, huh?
won't affect that, right? But how many people know about that?
That's right. And a lot of people don't know how when they have a job and they had a 401k and they leave that job, they forgot about that.
Forgot about
Don't
it.
know
Of course.
what to do with that, and that's lost.
Yeah,
money.
I forgot about it.
And the one thing that irks me, when people have to do GoFundMe for funerals.
Oh,
GoFundMe for funerals.
I'm
That is
itching
so
already
sad.
because I'm allergic.
GoFundMe for funerals.
That is
sad.
the saddest thing. And
Yes.
just knowing that if we were educated about insurance,
Yes.
then we wouldn't have to go fund me. And I love how you say start
Exactly.
young and with children.
Yes.
healthy, young and
yes,
healthy.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I mean,
Talk
there's
to
just
my
so much
family
out there.
about that. I have 9 grandchildren, so
Yeah.
I need to make sure that
Yes,
they are covered.
they are
You never
covered,
can-
yes.
And to even have, because I lost my mother young, and to even know that there's certain things that could have been paid for or taken
Yes,
care of
yes.
is just so important that we do know
Yes.
that. On the other hand, like I said, I was thinking more of death, but really, let's take it on life, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That we can take these, and maybe young people who are just starting out in life can take this and to get their first jump
get
on
started, of
home
course.
and
Yes.
all kinds of
Yes.
education and all kinds
Yes.
of things. So yeah, I really appreciate that on that. So
But think about legacy planning. Have you ever thought about that?
yes,
Have you ever thought about how these families out here are building these legacies? They are using these new insurance products. You know how they are doing it? They are getting these insurance products and getting these huge death benefits. And so when a person passes away, they are tying that death benefit. They're making their estate plan a beneficiary of their insurance policy.
Ooh.
So when they pass away, that
Yes.
death benefit, tax-free, is going into their estate plan.
Of course.
And they're getting all of the people in their family to be a part of that estate
yes.
plan.
And I have
course.
to learn a little bit more.
And so
about
now
that.
all
Yeah.
of them have a policy with a death benefit that has a beneficiary of the family estate plan.
estate.
Yeah.
So once the first one goes in there, which let's say is $1 million, right? They're only paying premiums, right? Then somebody passed away, then that death benefit goes into the estate plan.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now they have money in the estate plan to pay for all the other people's
Yes. Yes.
insurance policy. Or when somebody wants to build a house, they don't go to the bank.
Of course not.
They go to their
They got their
estate
own
plan.
bank.
Somebody wants to start a business, they go to their estate plan.
And that's,
that's
the
what we
education
need to
that
know.
we
That's
need
how
to
they're
learn. That's
doing
how-
it.
And using other people's money.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But how many of
exactly.
us know that?
Yeah.
Right.
It's about education.
It is.
Yeah.
But again,
Right.
knowledge is power.
Amen.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And if we don't educate, it's incumbent on us. Yes, you're going to get the pushbacks, but for the 1 or 2 that will listen to you,
Yes.
that's 1 or 2 less than we would have out there that would suffer.
It's
That
time
go
for us to have ours.
we-
It's time for us to have ours.
You better
Don't
say
you
that
think
again.
it's time
You
for us to have
better
ours?
say that again.
Right?
Right.
I mean, don't you think so?
It is time.
Why not?
It's
Why
time.
not us?
That's right.
But we
wait
can't be
on
resistant.
schools And employees.
No, you can't
or
wait for other people to do
HR
this.
and all of
No.
this,
Yes.
Because they're not looking out for our best
No.
interest.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
we
see
need
why
people
we're so
like you
passionate.
To
Yes.
come out. You're making me passionate.
You know why
about
we're so
it.
passionate
Of
about
course.
this?
But we need people like you to come that are willing and knowledgeable and have the, the compassion to teach so that we can learn how to put our finances and decrease all that stress when our families are ill, disabled, or having the highlights of their life, getting married, having children, wanting to buy their first home.
Yes.
And knowing that we have retirement, our retirement age.
Yes.
We don't want to have to depend on our children.
No.
And we don't want to have to be in I know
burden.
someone who's in a nursing home because her children don't have finances. She doesn't have finances. Had to sell her home and live in a skilled facility because there's nowhere else for her.
And all of that's unnecessary, but it will require planning and sacrifice
It does.
to some extent. You understand that? Can you think of anything that's worthwhile in life that didn't require some type of sacrifice?
Yeah.
And you said sacrifice, and I'm going there because we sacrifice as a people. We sacrifice to wear, and I'm not knocking the designers, but we sacrifice to wear the designer clothing, the Gucci's, the Louis Vuitton, the whatever those names are out there.
Yeah.
And those are very costly.
Yes.
So we would rather invest in their policies, their long term, because that's what we're doing.
What's the return for us? Where is our return for that?
Thank you.
Right?
Getting
Thank you.
paid to advertise
For them.
that Gucci bag.
Okay. And here we are. We would buy a $4,000 bag, a $400 or $4,000 bag. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
We'll drive an expensive car. We'll live and wear our wealth.
Yes.
That's what it is. Live in and wear our wealth.
Vanity.
Because we don't know.
Could be saved and you
Of
could
course.
really
Yes.
I
And
mean,
invest.
really, I see some of those nails.
Of course.
Those,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, let me
Yes.
tell you.
And I fell out when I found out how much
Yes.
Oh yeah.
it
Oh, the
costs.
cost.
And they do this, every 2 to 3
So if you
weeks?
say you
have
can't
no
afford it, though,
idea.
if you say you can't afford to get a policy
yeah.
or to take care of your investment, your children, your future,
Right.
And what
but
did
you
we say?
but you can wear it,
Choices.
you can do it.
Choices.
It's about
Right.
choice.
Choices.
Choices.
So we're
Sometimes
we're
it's not
asking
even
you.
the choice. I think going back to what you two emphasized
Yes.
is about the education.
It's about the
Education is
education.
big.
They
It really
make
is.
it a priority.
It is. So
know,
we've
if
got to
they were more
break.
educated.
You know what? You're right.
And with
But you gotta
us,
remember
you get it.
habit.
I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
But I was going to say habit. Habit is greater than knowledge.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because miseducation and re-education, because we have to understand, Sister Sharon, that we've been doing this all our existence for generations. We're talking about from way back.
Yes.
We've been programmed to be the way we are.
You
Yes.
said it at the
So
beginning.
that's it.
Go to school, learn well, get a great job after you finish college, work
Yes.
that job 25 years so that you'll get
Work for someone else.
But that was an unwritten
Work for someone
contract.
else and build
remember?
someone else.
That was
Yes.
an unwritten contract. And there used to be a thing called pension.
That's right.
Oh.
Most places, Georgia doesn't have a whole lot
Oh,
of
absolutely.
No,
not.
but what
That
they
is- that's a
did was
thing of
they
the
said,
past.
they got smart. They said, this pension thing's expensive. Let's move this over to a 401k and let's put it on them, right?
Interesting.
But you know what? It's actually possible
Yeah.
through some of the strategies and solutions and products out there now to get yourself a pension.
That's how I got mine.
I got one for her. That is possible. That is
We're gonna
actually
be best
possible.
friends over here. I mean, it's crucial what you were saying, though,
is.
Sharon.
It
It's a
is.
mind shift.
It's a mind
and
shift.
it's breaking that intergenerational
Yes.
fear.
Yes.
Right on the wheel.
Yeah, that
Or
fear
right on
of
that wheel.
losing money
Yes,
or
yes.
not having enough.
Exactly.
We were brought up on that, and it's time to break those chains.
But it's also an excuse because, see, as long as you don't know,
yeah,
right? But see, what we're going to do is we're going to educate you.
Yes.
And there's an old saying, to know and not to do is worse than not to know,
yeah,
It sure is.
right?
Yeah.
It sure is.
So once we educate people, now they know.
yeah, yeah.
So that excuse is taken away. You were talking about what are some of the barriers. Some people don't want their eyes to be open because once your eyes are open and you see and you know, now
you gotta do
there's something on you now,
Yes,
right?
that's
Now
right.
you've got to make a decision,
It is.
right? And we're not going to force you to make a decision. We're just going to educate you.
That's it.
Complimentary, we're going to educate you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Freely, we're going to educate you. But now that you've been educated, Now what?
What'd you do with it?
What
Yeah,
you gonna
what'd
do now,
with it?
Willis?
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
I have, if you're wrapping up, two questions I have. One, how does the credit scores and debt, how does that fall into financial literacy or into what we need to know about insurance? Anything?
I see her moving. You see her move like that to me.
That's a you question.
I love it. That's a new
The products
question.
and services that we deal with do not take into consideration credit scores. However, we always want to be truthful in everything that we say and do, right? There are some people out there in the industry that will look at your credit score, but they
insurance?
can't say that.
Oh, really?
No, they can't say that. And I would never identify a company. And we don't deal with companies like that. We are very, very selective in who we deal with. And they won't tell you that if you ever talk to them, but, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's just like, you go get a job and you are I'll put my age. I'm not going to put y'all into me. You're my age.
Yes.
Thank you.
They know I'm 67 years old. Behind the scenes, right? They could never tell me that, right?
Right.
Okay. You get me.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
You feel me. You understand?
Yes,
feel
yes,
you,
we
bro.
do.
Okay.
Feel you. Interesting.
So, can I
yes.
ask one more question, Sharon?
Sure.
We were talking a lot about the life insurance. What do we need to, and I wanted to hear a little bit more about the financial literacy. Is it all in one or is it something different? Because you have a financial literacy company. Is that integrated with the insurance or are those two separate entities?
There is some integration because another thing that we do, for instance, is we help people save on their taxes.
Okay. That's
Right?
Yes.
That's what you want to know about, right? Because think about it for a minute. All those monies that are sitting in all those pots that they told us to put it in, some of them they told us, we will let you put your money in those pots and you don't have to worry about paying taxes right now. Right?
Keyword,
Remember that?
right now.
Right now.
But now when you get ready to retire and you take it out, that's when we're going to tax it.
And that's gonna
Do you
help
think
with
your taxes
another-
would be lower right here or lower when you get ready or higher when you know it's going to be higher when you get ready to retire?
That's right.
Of
They didn't
course.
tell us that, right?
Inflation.
Yeah.
Right? Inflation's eating some of it. So we help people with their taxes. Think about this for a minute, just for a quick minute. You go to a car dealership, you buy a car. What do you have to have before you leave there?
You better have insurance. You
Insurance,
better have
right?
coverage.
Let's say that you buy a $50,000 car. You've paid your insurance on that for 2 months of $200. You total that car. You've only paid $400. Yet they're going to give you how much for the car?
Right. Yes.
They're going to give you a lot more than that $400,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
How are they able to do that?
Oh.
They are spreading that risk of somebody having to do that over a large group
yes,
of people.
yes.
So that's how they're able to give you that 49 or whatever they're going to give you, although you've only paid 2 payments. Now take the car out and put your life in.
Yes.
And remember now that payment they give you is not taxable. So insurance policy, that payment they give you for the death benefit is not taxable. Do you follow me? Are you seeing it?
Yes. Yes.
Are you seeing it?
Yes.
You see the possibilities,
Yes.
but you got to be open to listening.
And like I say, re-educating our people.
Yes.
That's what it takes.
And we
Yeah.
have one motto.
Yeah.
That's
It's a whole platform motto. No family left behind.
That's it. That's it.
Says it
So
all.
we can share, it sets it off. So if we
Yes.
can share with every family that we meet,
Yes.
family does not have to be a number of people, like a larger, it can be just that single person. They are their family,
Yes.
but no family left behind.
Yeah.
We're going to try with whoever will let us into their life long enough to explain this to them. After that, it's on them.
Yeah.
Most are not going to take advantage of it.
Well, I implore you, and and this is a new year, and I'm going to say to my folks listening, watching, I implore you, death, diseases, and it's not doom and gloom. I'm appealing to you all because we don't know what's around the corner. And while we're sitting here, God forbid, the next news we hear is that so and so has this going on, or this person has just
Pass.
Yes.
transitioned. Exactly.
Yes.
And what do you say? I just talked to them yesterday.
Yes.
We just,
Yes.
just
We just.
And then
So
what
we're
else do they
imploring
ask?
you. Yes.
Did they
Did
have
they have
insurance?
Yeah.
That's the next.
That's not the time to ask that question.
But you know what? You go to a funeral home, and the question they're going to ask you
Yes.
is, "Do you have?" The first question is, "Do you have insurance?"
Right.
But you know what? We insure our gadgets.
Yeah. Our cars.
We insure our
houses.
gadgets, our houses.
Yeah.
We insure everything.
Yeah.
And we don't insure this.
Your
that
greatest
provides
asset
our
of all, yourself, is uninsured.
Hello.
Really?
So how do you get
Really?
your? How do you get?
Really?
Exactly. It should be mandatory.
exactly.
But they're not going to do that. They're going to let us go, and so we have free will.
Yes. That's right.
And that's where we have to now take that reign and say, you know what? Not on our watch.
No.
Not on
Yeah.
our watch.
Exactly.
As for me and my house, we're going to have coverage.
Exactly.
We're going to be covered.
Exactly.
We're not going to do GoFundMe because we're not. That's not the people. We're going forth, and we're going to say we're changing that.
Yes.
So whatever they have
Break the
in store, break that cycle.
Yes.
Whatever they have in store for us, and whatever they have been manufacturing and still continue to, we're breaking that cycle right here on SpeakHarmony.
Right here. And
We're
it ain't
speaking
somebody
into
else's
existence.
responsibility.
It's not. It's really
It's not the man's responsibility.
No.
It's not anybody else's responsibility.
Stop
It's
blaming
our
them
own.
anyway. Let's
No.
take
Come on.
take
now.
that
Our
reign
responsibility.
Take
Come
it
on
on.
now.
and do.
Right.
and do it.
what
Just
we
do
know is
it.
the right thing to do.
I'm thinking how this was so helpful when you said single. Right away, my mind went to single mothers who have children.
Yes.
If they knew this and armed themselves with this financial literacy,
Yeah.
how much that would decrease their stress.
Their
knowing,
stress level.
Yes.
Yeah, that their children are taken care of. God
Exactly.
forbid if anything happens
to them.
or
Yes.
that they, at least I can get one or two in college.
Yes.
Then they can help support the rest.
Absolutely.
So this is just really
It's enlightening. It's
in-
uplifting.
information that
Yes.
that we need to know, like our ABCs.
Yes.
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 I mean,
and we've
really.
got to start
Yeah.
early. Please, I implore you,
Keep on doing what you're
don't
doing.
don't stop. Don't give up.
Oh,
Because don't give up because there are so many who need this information. Go to the community centers, go to the schools, start them early. Start them early. Get into schools, get wherever you have to.
Yes.
And educate them. I know they're going to run, but the more we educate our people, the more we empower them, the more we save them.
throw enough paint on the wall and
That's it.
something will stick.
Something
It will stick.
Absolutely.
It will stick.
If people want to talk to us, we'd be more than happy to
Please
talk
tell
to
us
them.
how we can get in
Yes.
touch with. It's your camera.
Go
Well, I think there's actually a flyer that has
There
our
it is.
QR code on it.
That's it right
And
there.
So you can just take that next step. You can either send an email, and our email address is very easy. It's free, like his name, my name, Freekath, FREEKATHWFG @gmail.com. That's one.
Yes.
You can call the number 770-906-0545. Or what my personal preference, that QR code that's on the screen right now, scan it. Take your phone, scan it, answer the questions. There are actually some questions there that would help us as we move together to work with you, to educate you, to give you information that you're looking for, because the questions are going to divide up so that we understand whether you're looking at interest in tax protection, if you're interested in creating your own pension, if you're interested, whatever your interests are.
Estate planning, whatever.
Included in there. We'll know if you want to know how much insurance it is that you need to have. Because you think, oh, well, I probably only need like 100,000 or something like that. Well, we do something called a dime. We look at what's your debt structure? What's your income? Do you have a mortgage? Do you have educational loans from back when? Put all of that together. When you add that, then you create a number, a numerical value that will give us a guide as to how much you should minimally have, and then add on for your death benefit. So that's how you figure that out. We do an FNA.
Financial
which is
needs
a
analysis.
Financial needs analysis. It can be complicated, but it's not complicated for us, especially for somebody who's got an accounting degree.
And we do it complimentary. Whereas if you go out in the market, there'll be several $100s.
Wow.
But we
Just
do
for
it
a consult.
complimentary for our clients.
Goodness.
So it's on there, and we talk about retirement. When we say retirement, we're looking at all those little areas, pre-retirement, or as some call it, peri-retirement, and then actual retirement, because you're right there knocking on the door. What are some of the questions you are thinking to yourself? Where do I want to end up? Do I have enough? And what do people mostly fear?
Yeah.
Man, they don't want to run out of money before
In
they run out of
retirement.
life.
Yes.
And if that is the case, then that's where I come in. Long-term care is something you really have to think about and consider, because so many people use up their retirement income that they have saved all this time, and they use it up for the long-term care. It takes a real bullet. It really
So
does.
I know
Speaking
there's
of
a
which,
question.
ladies,
Yes.
very quickly,
Yes.
we would love to meet with you two individually to have a conversation, just to have a conversation. You two probably got it all together.
No, you've enlightened me.
But,
with
you
a
know,
quite a
we'd
few
love to
things.
sit
I'm
down and
like,
talk with you.
whoop.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so
And-
much for that generous offer. Spoken like a true salesman.
You like how I just kind of,
Oh yeah, you just yes.
Segue right there.
But we appreciate that, because honestly, there are folks watching, and there are folks who will be watching who are saying, you know what, I'm at that age
Yeah.
and I don't have it together.
Yeah.
And how do I get it together?
Yeah.
Because it's never too late. Because a lot of people think they're at the end of their
Yeah.
quota,
Yes,
so to
yes.
speak.
Especially our seniors.
Of course.
yes,
Yes,
Of
yes,
course. They're figuring,
yes.
oh, well, it's
I
done.
didn't do it then,
Yes.
and they do it now.
late,
It's
I
not too
can't
late.
have-
It is definitely not too late.
Not too late.
All right.
It's
then.
not.
We can help you if you allow us.
All right then.
That's
Well,
wow.
open the door.
There you go. We just want to thank you again
Oh.
for the enlightenment. 2026 is looking amazing.
Yes.
What an
Already.
amazing
Yes.
year
We're all gonna be
we're looking
Yes.
forward to.
Yes. Tired in that beautiful
Yes.
sunshine.
Yes.
Putting our
Sunset.
feet up and
Yes.
just kicking back and enjoying life.
The right
Love
mix
it.
in 26.
Yes, the
all right.
ooh, the
Nice.
Right mix in 26. Let's make it happen.
Let's make
Name
that
it,
happen.
claim it, let's go get it.
Thank
That's
you,
it.
Mr. Freeman Moore.
Pleasure.
Mrs. Catherine Moore. Thank you
you.
so much
Thank
for
you
your
so much.
services.
Thank you.
For teaming up with us, talking to our viewers, and really giving us some life lessons. Thank you so much.
Our pleasure.
our pleasure.
Yes, as
To
we
God be
wind up,
praised.
we appreciate APAT Media Group for sponsoring this show, and to our other sponsor, Heart Love, who specializes in emotional and relationship management. And you can contact her, the Heart Lady, at SpeakHarmony1@gmail.com. So join us. We are back. We are back on the right track. Join us Tuesday right here on YouTube, live 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, as we continue learning from those who inspire us through action and purpose.
Yes. Yes.
Until then, keep speaking harmony.
Harmony.
And we just want you to always like, subscribe, and share. Sharing is caring. We love you. See you next week. Thank
Amen.
you.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Sharon Reed
And Sharon Thompson.
They talk about health, they talk about care, sharing tips, they got us without a care. Thank you for listening, you're the best. See you next week to keep the best. Together we learn, together we grow. Every lesson, every hour, we know. See you next week with new stories to tell. More wisdom, more smile.